Good morning, or afternoon. It's Randy at Mountain Air Farm. We're starting on our board and batten walls. I was just cutting out a window. It's easier to put it up than cut it out after you do it.
Okay.
But that's what we're doing.
Well, you want to come out here and show them what you did yesterday and
Cut this one piece up here.
now I know these are rough, jagged edges. They're going to be trimmed out.
Oh yeah, everything will be trimmed down. Oh, this is our front. This is our.
Hang on a minute. Let me get back here so I can see you better. All right.
This is our live edge. Flat siding. This is the cherry.
That's what we were cutting the other day on the sawmill.
Yeah, it's just live edge, flat siding. It's uneven, you know, that live edge runs uneven and stuff, but I think it looks so rustic. It just makes everything pop.
Right.
But then on the sides, we'll just do like the board and batten. Down here.
Yeah, we're going to have to get our steps made.
Yep.
He still has got a whole stack of lumber that we've cut and brought down.
We'll have to cut some more. So
Now-
we'll have to trim out the windows. I can't put my batten up. So I'm letting this poplar dry just a little bit because it'll shrink up. And then when I put the batten over it, it'll be over the holes. And it'll run up and down like that at every seam. So you're covered up.
What would happen if you put the batting up and you didn't let it dry out some?
Well, it really wouldn't matter because what you'll do when you put your batten up, you put one screw in the middle of it and it runs between your boards so the boards can shrink and swell.
Okay.
So you're not actually connecting on the board.
But if you did put a screw in the nail, or excuse me, a screw in the board, you have a chance of the board splitting.
You do, but more than likely it wouldn't. I mean, I put up a bunch of them, but we don't have to be in that big a hurry right now, so we can put up the siding and let it dry out a little bit and then put up the battens on it.
Okay. Now, board and batting is different than board on board, correct?
Yeah, board on board, you just take like one wide board and then you got another wide board on top of that. It's a little different. It's just kind of like that, and then you'll have another wide board here and you'll have a wide gap.
Right.
Which I like the board and batten because if you do board on board, you got a lot of space in behind this one board because it'd just be catching on each one.
Right.
But the board on board, it's a whole lot better.
The board on batting.
Yeah, the board on batten is more of a solid wall than you create. That way you don't have air gaps. I'm not going to insulate it inside. You'll have air gaps, but it's
Not as
a little
much.
bit.
Right.
a little bit less breezy.
Right. And usually what you see the board and board on board is more so in fencing. A lot of privacy
A lot of
fences
privacy.
is board on board.
Shadow box, stuff like that. But the board and batten, I like the board and batten. I just wanted to do the lap on the front, so we got two different kinds.
And like makes it more unique.
Yep.
Also, I mean, it's a country cabin. Nothing's going to look finished product out when you're building rustic.
No.
So, also around the top, where he's put the boards in, he's going to go right up across the top. That's what he's doing right now. And it's going to have trim across the top, going all the way over, and across the bottom. And that's going to butt right up to those lats.
Yep, just like it right there.
And with it up, just both of us doing it down here, sometimes he needs me, not to be on the camera, but to be actually up on the ladder helping him.
Yep. Because you can't do it all yourself.
Well, what are you doing right now? Just,
Well, I'm going to put this up here. But that's what it'll look like.
right, and then we'll have the trim coming down.
Then you'll have
batting.
the battens coming down underneath that.
And then each window will be trimmed out. Using pretty much the same thing, the same batting. That's what, a 2-inch batting?
Two by one.
2 by 1. 1 inch.
Thick.
Yeah. So it's an inch thick and 2 inches wide. Now I'm
I
gonna
don't want it to go all the way to the edge. The way it was going up, we'd have just a little piece there. I'm gonna break it off somewhere in the middle
right.
of the building.
So he's kind of splitting the difference here.
That way it'll be, it won't be just on one side of it.
Now I'm going to come around to the back side here to where I could actually show you the inside. Now the inside, that lap siding on the front, that's the way it's going to look. And you don't really see that live edge on the front. You see the finished edge on the front. And then come around through here. And I will show you what this inside of this wall over here looks like. That's where he just cut out that window. And of course we put the 2x4 bracings throughout. All that's going to be visible so we can make shelves. We may later on finish it out, but right now it will be visible. And that is
Living in it all the time, we want it insulated.
right.
But this is gonna be like a, if we want to spend the night or something, we got a little heater going here, and when he get up enough to knock the chill off,
Right.
and
Send send our family and friends when they come to visit. They'll have their own spot to stay in.
Yep.
Yeah. All of our family and friends from Ohio, we don't want them to really enjoy all the luxuries. We want them to enjoy the country life. Here's another angle of that. Just joking. For our friends and family up north, you're welcome to come anytime. I'm just kind of showing you what all he's done down here. We spend about, when we come down here to work, we spend about, what, 3 hours, 4 hours at a time?
yeah, something like that.
I mean, if we dedicated a whole week, we would have it done in a whole week. But we both work. We have other things, commitments that we have to do. So we just kind of take each day a little bit different. If we could spend an hour, we come down and spend an hour. If we have 3 hours, we spend 3 hours. He is putting everything up with screws.
It takes a little bit longer, but I like how everything holds together with screws. And if you come back and have to take this down, it's a whole lot easier to take down.
And you take it down without tearing your wood up.
Yeah. Give me that tape measure off the front porch.
Okay, hang on. Tape measure?
Yeah.
All right. If y'all haven't guessed it, I'm his gopher. I'm the one that has to remember the tape measure and the screws and so forth. And maybe a little bit longer of a stretch there, dear. Maybe a stiffer tape measure.
Well, we're going to have to pull that. No, no.
77, 78, 77. Okay. Put up that one piece of boarding, or just show it how it's going to look with that. Right
Which
there.
one piece of board?
You got right behind you.
Show it on the batten.
Yeah.
Well, it's not trimmed to that angle, but
No, it's not trimmed to that angle.
that's what it'll basically look like. And you'll have one at every seam.
Right, one at every seam. Well, today we should get at least this side done and start on the other side. We've got to put the 2x4s in the bracing, just like on this one side. We have these 2x4s every so long, every so section. We have to do it on this back wall as well as the other side wall. So I know we have to put those in before we could start putting the siding on that side. But we're finishing everything over on this side, finishing the batting.
No,
Or no, we're not going to do the batting?
but I'm going to let that
Oh, that's right. I'm
dry a
sorry.
little bit.
Yeah, so he's going to let that dry a little bit and then he'll finish that. So. Take advantage of these pretty days.
It's cool, but it's still comfortable working.
Yeah. Which we're lucky, East Tennessee, it's like, if you don't like the weather, wait a minute, and it changes. Okay. Well, Randy, you have anything else you want to add to this?
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like, subscribe. Trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Gotta watch where he's at behind me, that big old ladder. How old is that ladder, dear?
Pretty old. Bought it when we got married.
Well, if you buy good quality products, like that's a Warner. I know we got 3 of the Warner ladders. So buy good quality ladders, good quality products. They should last you pretty much your lifetime, right?
Yep. Well, if you don't fall off of them, breaking that.
True.
Alright, I need you to hand me that. Go ahead.
All right. Well, as always, remember, like, subscribe, share with your friends and families, leave your comments, suggestions. As always, we love you. God loves you. Y'all have a blessed day.